Today I will continue bringing you a jungle horror slasher film released in 2008, Rovdyr. At this moment, a woman covered in scars is running desperately through the forest. It feels like she has just escaped from a terrifying place. But she does not get far before stepping into a trap hidden in the jungle. The moment her foot hits the steel trap, she collapses to the ground. She tries to free herself from the trap clamped onto her leg, but no matter how hard she struggles, her effort is useless. Suddenly, a flying knife stabs directly into her back, and very quickly she is dragged away by a mysterious force. The scene shifts, and 4 college students are driving an orange van deep into the forest, planning a late summer camping trip. The driver, Rovdyr, is Camila's boyfriend, a man who is controlling and mean. In the back seat is Camila's brother, Jürgen, who is gentle by nature. Next to him sits Jürgen's girlfriend, Mia, who has a fiery temper. But Mia has never approved of Camila's boyfriend. She thinks Rovdyr is not good enough, and the two often argue over small matters. Before long, they stop at a remote gas station, and after parking the van, Rovdyr tells the girls to head to the restroom. He says he will fill up the tank and then head into the diner to order food and wait for them. The moment Camila and Mia enter the restroom, they smell a strange stench filling the place. What is even stranger, one of the stall doors is wide open. Mia is braver, so she walks up, only to find a scruffy man sitting motionless inside, as if asleep. They sense something is wrong and cautiously call out to him, but the man gives no response. Camila gathers her courage and leans closer to check, when suddenly the man reaches out and grabs her, scaring her into stumbling back. The man wakes up cursing and then angrily storms out of the restroom. Camila's arm is scratched during the conflict, so Mia quickly helps her clean the wound. Taking the chance, Mia asks Camila how Rovdyr actually treats her. Camila says Rovdyr may be harsh most of the time, but sometimes he does take care of her. Mia warns Camila not to always give in to him, otherwise she will suffer later. And after saying this, they head to the diner. As they pass a table, a bearded man suddenly stops Camila. Rovdyr thinks the man has bad intentions and immediately argues with him. But it turns out the man only wanted to tell Camila that she had dropped something on the floor. Once the misunderstanding is clear, Mia tells Rovdyr not to cause trouble, but both sides still exchange harsh words. When the man seems ready to fight, luckily the lady boss steps in to stop them, and the conflict finally eases. At this time, Camila and Mia decide to buy some supplies from the lady boss for their trip, while Rovdyr sits alone at the table. Suddenly, a woman in the diner approaches Rovdyr. When Camila and Mia return with their items, Rovdyr says they might have to take an extra passenger. The woman says her car broke down on the road and has just been towed for repairs, so she hopes they can give her a lift. She introduces herself as Renate, saying she has no other choice, and that is why she asked them. After hearing this, the group does not immediately agree. Instead, they think they should discuss it. Mia says this woman is suspicious and she disagrees with giving her a ride. The others all agree with Mia. But Rovdyr feels sorry for Renate and insists they should help her. Before they finish their discussion, Renate quickly leaves the diner and climbs directly into their van. Seeing this, they are helpless. It seems there is no way to avoid bringing Renate along, so their trip for 4 suddenly becomes a group of 5. In the van, Renate keeps thanking them. Mia asks where she is headed, and Renate says just to drop her in the nearest town. But not long after, an off-road vehicle follows them closely, startling them before overtaking Rovdyr's van. Rovdyr is about to curse at them when Renate suddenly panics at the sight of the vehicle, shouting for Rovdyr to stop immediately and let her out. Rovdyr, confused, has no choice but to stop the van. But as soon as they stop, the off-road vehicle that passed them also brakes and halts in front. At this point, Camila and Rovdyr start arguing. Camila thinks he should never have let this woman ride with them, but Rovdyr insists it was just a small favor. Camila is furious. As the fight gets heated, Mia pulls the keys out of the ignition, saying Rovdyr is in the wrong and should apologize to Camila. Rovdyr snaps back that he is sick of Mia's arrogant attitude, and he tries to snatch the keys from her hand, but Mia's temper flares and she throws the keys into the bushes across the road. As Rovdyr searches for them, Renate suddenly starts babbling frantically, urging everyone to leave immediately. Mia thinks Renate is unwell and tells her they will take her to a hospital later. But just then, Renate desperately pulls everyone backward, as if she has seen something terrifying. And in that very minute, 3 burly men suddenly emerged from the side and grabbed Jürgen and the others. It turns out this is a group of ruthless jungle killers, and Renate was actually a victim who had escaped from their hands. Renate begs them to spare the innocent group, but the killers ignore her and shoot her dead on the spot. Watching Renate die, the fiery Mia bites one of the killers and manages to break free. She demands to know who they are and why they kill so casually, but the killers think she talks too much, so they shoot her in the foot and then stab her fatally. After killing Mia, the killers knock out the others and tie them up. When they wake up, they realize the killers have already left and they struggle to break free from the ropes. They plan to escape this nightmare place. But after walking a short distance, they find a man tied to a tree. Seeing him motionless, they assume he is already dead. But when they check, he is still breathing, though his tongue has been cut out. Not wanting to abandon him, they untie him and decide to take him along. Just as they are about to leave, gunshots echo nearby. They fear the killers have returned and rush to flee, because they know these murderers are merciless, and if caught again, their fate will be unimaginably tragic. Not far into their escape, they reach a cliff. Seeing no way forward, they despair. Roger tells Camila and Jurgen to go around the side, guessing there might be a way down. But Jurgen refuses, saying the cliff is too high, and one misstep means death. Hearing this, Camila also says they cannot take that path, pointing out the injured man would never make it across the dangerous trail. But Roger coldly insists the man is doomed anyway, and they should give up on him. Camila and Jurgen both refuse to do that, leading to a disagreement in their escape plan. Determined to have his way, Roger ultimately chooses to sneak away alone. Unable to find Roger, Jurgen urges his sister to leave quickly, and just as they are about to go, the killers arrive and fire desperately in their direction. Seeing this terrifying scene, they run as fast as they can, but before long, the killer throws a knife straight into the man's back. Witnessing this, Camila and Jurgen dare not linger a second. They run frantically and finally hide beneath a stone shelter. But what they do not know is that the killer, dragging the dead man, has already followed them here. Even more crucial, the killer has already discovered them. But the killer does not catch Camila and Jurgen hiding below, because he enjoys the thrill of hunting his prey. On the rock above, the killer dismembers the man's body, while Camila and Jurgen, hearing those horrifying sounds beneath, do not dare to make the slightest noise. After dismembering the body, the killer finally leaves. Hearing his footsteps fade, Camila and Jurgen can finally breathe again. Meanwhile, Roger is still searching for a way out of the forest when he suddenly sees a human hand not far away and curiously walks toward it. But when he gets closer, he realizes it is Mia lying on the ground. Before Roger can even react, a killer appears behind him and knocks him out. Still fleeing, Camila and Jurgen think they can escape the forest completely, but unexpectedly, another killer blocks their path. Seeing the killer appear, Jurgen and Camila each run in a different direction. When they realize what has happened, they discover they have already been separated. Running alone, Jurgen sees the killer chasing right behind him. Terrified, he cannot stop for even a second. But because he is running too fast, a wire trap in the forest slices deep into his waist and abdomen. He tries to remove the wire, but it is cut deep halfway into his body, and fearing the pain, he can only watch helplessly. The killer soon catches up and knocks Jurgen unconscious with a rifle butt. On the other side, Camila sees Roger tied up. When the killer notices Camila approaching, he uses Roger as a threat. Seeing Roger in danger, Camila obediently walks forward. The killer grabs her and intends to get rid of them both. Just as he is about to strike, she notices a short knife at his waist, and while he is distracted, she grabs it, killing the killer. She quickly turns to untie Roger, but unexpectedly, another killer spots them from the side of the forest. Camila tries desperately to cut the rope to free Roger, but the rope will not break, and helplessly, she is forced to abandon him and escape alone. When the killer arrives and finds his brother dead, he immediately slits Roger's throat without hesitation. Not far away, Camila stumbles upon the killer's lair, where she sees many tools used to capture victims. Just as she looks for something to defend herself, the killer who killed Roger arrives, forcing Camila to run to the other side. But she does not expect that another killer is returning with a hunting rifle. Trapped, Camila hides inside a tent. Even more horrifying, inside the tent lies a corpse, a victim already killed by the killers. Suppressing her terror, Camila pulls a blanket over herself to hide. Just as she hides, a killer enters the tent. But fortunately, he does not find her, only takes a water jug and leaves. As soon as he leaves, Camila notices a hunting rifle in the corner, and believing the killer will return, she quickly grabs it for protection. Sure enough, when the suspicious killer bursts in again, Camila shoots him dead on the spot. But the sound of gunfire alerts another killer, who immediately attacks Camila. She tries to fire again, only to realize the rifle is out of bullets, and with no experience, Camila is brutally beaten. Fate spares her, as she notices a knife lying on the ground, grabs it, and stabs the killer's leg. Taking advantage of his injury, Camila finally seizes a chance to escape. But this act also completely enrages the killer. She quickly hides in the grass. Luckily, the slasher doesn't find her and searches in another direction. Smartly, Camila decides the most dangerous place is also the safest, so she returns to the killer's lair, planning to leave from the side. There, she finds her brother Jurgen tied to a tree. She tries to untie the wire binding Jurgen, but no matter how long she works at it, she cannot get the wire off. Suddenly, she spots a bow and arrow on the ground, and a daring thought strikes her. If she cannot save her brother, she might as well kill the killer first. At that moment, the killer returns, and seeing him across from her, Camila fires the arrow, hitting him successfully. Seeing the killer fall to the ground, Camila picks up his hunting rifle and finds him. The killer takes advantage of her unpreparedness and stabs her with a knife. Fortunately, the wound is not fatal. Camila twists the arrow lodged in him and finally kills him for good. Confirming he is dead, Camila goes to rescue Jürgen, and looking at her battered brother, she tells him everything is over. She says she has killed all the killers, and hearing this, Jürgen finally feels relief. After cutting him free, Camila plans to take him out of this hell, but unexpectedly, another trap is triggered. The killers had set an automatic device beneath where Jürgen was sitting, and the moment he stands, it springs into action. Seeing her last companion dead, Camila nearly collapses, but she knows she must keep moving and leave this nightmare. After walking through the forest for an entire day, she finally sees a road in the distance, bringing her hope of survival. Because she knows where there is a road, there must be cars nearby. Soon she sees a car driving along the road. She waves it down and asks the driver to take her to the nearest police station. But by coincidence, the driver turns out to be the gas station owner. The owner asks what happened, and Camila recounts everything, saying all her friends are dead. She explains she struggled through countless dangers, narrowly escaping 3 killers. When the owner hears 3 killers, her face instantly darkens. Could it be that the gas station owner is the mastermind behind the killers? The final scene ends with Camila's scream, her life forever ending in this forest of terror and despair. And this desolate jungle still stands silently, as if whispering the tragic story, waiting for the next unfortunate soul to step inside.